Magna adlaw to everyone who is watching today's episode. I am Ari, your host for today, and this is The Bestie. Mukhang mainit-init ang pag-uusapan nating tea for today. Discussions on sustainability, environmental and ecological welfare, and climate change have gained public attention over the past few years. In the agricultural sector, one subject of dispute is the use of nitrogen-based fertilizers and its contribution to air and water pollution. We'll dig into that sa ating exclusive interview with our guests. Please welcome the Department of Agriculture Assistant Secretary for Special Concerns, Maria Dana Victorio, and Alliance of Environmental Defenders, AED, Deputy Spokesperson, Shannon Angeles.
Good day. Thank you for having us.
Malawang araw po sa ating lahat. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you for making time to meet us and welcome to The Bestie. Now, our viewers want to know your thoughts about the application of nitrogen-based fertilizers. What are the pros and cons? Its ecological implications. What can we do to alleviate other environmental problems related to this? DA Secretary Victorio, what's the tea?
Before we go into the intricacies of this issue, we should first familiarize ourselves with the nitrogen cycle. So it is one of the several natural cycles in our environment that transport nitrogen between biotic and abiotic components of the ecosystem. Nitrogen undergoes various processes such as nitrogen fixation, nitrification, ammonification, and denitrification in this cycle, which turn nitrogen into various forms. Now, why is it relevant? Human alteration to the cycle, like the excessive use of nitrogen-based fertilizers and climate change, impacts almost every aspect of our lives. It can affect our biodiversity, food resources, water quality, and health. Nitrogen pollution affects aquatic and terrestrial ecosystems. Due to this, various species are facing serious threats such as direct toxicity, depleted oxygen resulting from excess fertilization, spread of invasive species that outcompete local populations and exclude their food resources. Aside from biodiversity, I will also focus on food resources. Nitrogen pollution can cause eutrophication, which is characterized by excessive algae growth that can severely reduce or eliminate oxygen that fishes and other aquatic life needed to survive, leading to illnesses in fish and death of large numbers of fish. This applies to the red tide contamination or phenomenon in eastern Visayas.
That was very informative, DA Assistant Secretary Victorio. I think all of us are now enlightened about the importance of the nitrogen cycle to us humans and to our environment as well. So, AED Department Spokesperson Angeles, do you have any thoughts about what DA Assistant Secretary Victorio has said, and would you like to share it to us and to our viewers?
Assistant Secretary Victorio explained the problem's impact on biodiversity and food resources very well. Nandito naman ako ngayon to explain how the problem increases the vulnerability of water quality and human health. Nabanggit kanina yung eutrophication. This is caused by excessive nitrogen along with phosphorus that can cause growth of algae and aquatic plants. The faster growth of algae than an ecosystem can handle can pose threat to drinking water resources, fisheries, and other recreational water bodies. At syempre, nitrogen pollution can cause respiratory disorders or diseases such as asthma, bronchitis, inflammation of airways, reduced lung functions, cancer, spread of vector-borne diseases such as malaria, and potential alterations of risks of several human diseases.
Since both of you are knowledgeable in this field, what feasible solutions can you suggest to at least lessen the negative effects of the use of nitrogen-based fertilizers?
Hindi lang ito issue ng paggamit ng nitrogen fertilizers dahil hindi lang naman ang excessive use nito ang nagkakos ng nitrogen pollution. We should primarily fertilize responsibly, participate in tree planting and other environmental efforts, abide by government policies, and conserve energy. But ang pinaka-importante sa lahat ay alalahaning combating climate change and other forms of pollution is a collective process. Deputy Spokesperson Angeles, do you want to help elaborate on this?
I agree with you, no, Assistant Secretary Victorio. Kolektibo po talaga nating sosolusyonan ang climate change, pollution at iba pang environmental at or ecological issues. Mahalaga sa lahat ng ito ang pag-raise ng awareness. Yan ang isa sa mako-contribute natin, lalo na bilang mga kabataan at estudyante. Bukod dito, we should also partake in community efforts to alleviate these problems. Isang step dito ay ang pag-volunteer, pagsali, or pagsuporta sa mga organisasyon, grupo na nagdedepensa at lumalaban para sa kapaligiran. Be vocal about these issues. Ugatin ito dahil talagang systematic, no, ang roots ng mga problemang ito. Arouse, organize, and mobilize to address climate change and other environmental issues.
True. Personally, I think that each of us is capable of doing something that can be a solution to this dilemma. I sincerely hope that tackling this issue with your help shall bring forth visible improvements in our environment. Maraming salamat, DA Assistant Secretary Victorio at AED Department Spokesperson Angeles sa pagtugon sa aming paanyaya upang pag-usapan ang issue ukol sa paggamit ng nitrogen-based fertilizers. On behalf of the Bestie, naway maraming natutuhan ang mga manonood at tagapakinig natin ngayong araw. Again, this is Ari of the Bestie, the show that tackles the hottest and most essential teas in our society. And when the tea is served, the action is up to you.